Hello viewers, my name is Charles here at Nutrition 101 and I am back and we are continuing my ingredients series, and today we are going to cover partially hydrogenated oil. So make sure you like this, share the information with anyone who might be interested, and people who might have trouble reading labels, not quite sure what it is they're getting. Definitely get this information out to them, and of course anyone who has following me and saw my other ingredient lists, make sure they get a hold of this as well. So let's begin right away. Class is in session. Okay, partially hydrogenated oil. What is partially hydrogenated oil? Well, it's a fat, particularly trans fat. Okay, so there has been some discrepancy or maybe even some issues about how food labels are tricking people and how the government allows certain percentages of certain ingredients for it to be considered deemed 0% or whatnot. So the way that works is, particularly for partially hydrogenated oil, is the government allow 0.5 grams per serving for this ingredient to be considered a 0% trans fat, right? Which means if you eat, let's say 5 servings of that, you're getting your fair share of trans fat, right? And we shouldn't be consuming that much to begin with. So if it's 0.5 or less, the government says we are allowed to put 0% trans fat on your food label. All right, so just be aware of that. When you see this ingredient, you know trans fats exist. All right, so what is partially hydrogenated oil? Well, it's when we take hydrogen molecules, right, and you add it to the oil to form a solid. But generally, they use really crappy oils, like the worst quality oils, GMO oils, or even just bad quality to begin with, like vegetable oils, right? So they take those oils, they add hydrogen to it to make it a solid. Why do they do that? Well, they want to make it more shelf stable, right? They want to make it for you so you can keep it on your shelf for a long time, so they can keep it in the stores for a long time, right? So, and they also keep it to preserve flavor, right? But guess what? They don't have the best flavor, right? I want real foods, natural foods. So trust me when I tell you, try an all natural selection of some of these foods that have this ingredient, and I swear you're going to thank me for it. So what's the difference between partially and fully hydrogenated oil? Well, fully hydrogenated oil, for one, it's a saturated fat, right? It's not a trans fat. They both go through the same process, right? So we don't want processed ingredients. This is not a real ingredient. This was two separate things, and they bring them together and they form a man-made ingredient. So partially hydrogenated oil, fully hydrogenated oils, both go through the same process of adding hydrogen. The only difference is they removes all the, because it's fully hydrogenated oil, it removes all the trans fat and it becomes a saturated fat. But it's an unhealthy saturated fat, right? Unlike coconut oil, which we know, and I talk about all the time, is a very healthy saturated fat. One of the best you could actually take. I consume it every day, and I urge you to consume it every day, because this saturated fat in coconut oil will definitely does the opposite effect of what partially hydrogenated oil does, and that is increases LDL, bad cholesterol, lowers HDL, the good cholesterol, right? And if you're wondering what that was again, LDL is low density lipoprotein, HDL high density lipoprotein. Coconut oil increases HDL and lowers LDL. It does produce some LDL, but not at a bad level. So when it increases the high, it's naturally going to decrease the low. Okay, partially hydrogenated oil does this opposite effect of coconut oil, and that's it increases LDL, lowers HDL. All right, so what are the risk factors, right? What is it for you if you eat this ingredient? Well, for one, you get fatty liver. We already know that fatty liver is no good, right? Because the root of a lot of ailments come from the liver, right? And this is a non-alcoholic fatty liver, right? Because you can get it from alcohol, obviously, and non-alcoholic by eating processed fatty foods, processed oils, fried foods. These are the things that are going to leave fat deposits in your liver, and later on down the line, it's going to cause a lot of health problems once you create too much liver damage, which we can't see for about 10 years. Okay, cardiovascular disease, right? In case you like that, that's on the menu, right? Keep eating partially hydrogenated oil, and you're definitely going to get some cardiovascular disease. All different issues, right? I'm not going to just go over one or the other, but there's quite a few you can get. You know, increases the chance of heart attacks, inflammation, right? Inflammation, you know, basically can create all of these things. When you have too much inflammation in the body, your body's not going to work properly. It's not going to function properly, right? It's going to cause different types of ailments to go on, and illnesses and diseases, and it can attack your body different ways. Like for me with psoriasis, so it can attack your skin, it can attack your hair, it can attack your liver, it can attack your eyes, you know, your skin. I mean, everything. Inflammation wreaks havoc on the body, right? And it's basically the root of all this, right? Plaque buildup, right? Building up plaque on the arteries. You keep doing that, you're going to have surgery down the line. That I guarantee. And weight gain, of course, right? When you have all these diseases or illnesses that come from a bad diet, you're going to gain weight, right? You're going to gain weight. It's impossible. You can't outwork a bad diet, right? So you can work out and you can do your cardio, but if you eat like crap, you're not going to lose weight, and you're going to keep on whatever you have. All right. So where do we find it? Well, lucky for you guys, if you want some of these health risks here, if you like those, it's good that you can find hydrogenated oil just about everywhere, right? In processed food, that's your snacks, your cakes, your packaged goods, right? Your typical things that you think would have it in is definitely going to have it in there. But read your food labels, of course. Fast food, you know, your favorite French fries are going to have it, especially because they use the same oils over and over again. Your burgers, the bread, right? Your fried food, like I said, just about everywhere you go, they're going to use the real crappiest oil they can find, and they're going to feed you with it. So peanut butter, conventional peanut butter, if you're not getting organic or natural peanut butter, you're going to have partially hydrogenated oil no matter what. It's in so many labels, you'd be surprised. But guess what? I like the flavor of natural peanut butter, and I believe you will too. Okay? Try it. I mean, why even put that in there? You want to preserve flavor, but guess what? The flavor of natural peanut butter is definitely better. Okay, so we got crackers, bread. Yep, it's even in bread. Cereal, chips, and potato chips. I mean, so many different types of potato chips. You're going to find it in there. And they use the really crappiest oils. I try to eat chips because I do love them, but I try to eat them only if they're made in avocado oil, organic, olive oil, or coconut oil. So I do splurge on chips, but I just make sure it's going to have the good oils and it's going to be organic. Okay, so thank you again for watching. Please, again, read your food labels, pay attention, leave a comment below if you like what you see. If there's any questions, of course, let me know and I'll try to answer it. And keep your eye out for more ingredients coming your way. I'm going to go over the top worst ingredients that you can consume in your body. All right. Thank you again for watching. Class dismissed. Talk to you again real soon. And just in case you haven't done it, please subscribe to my channel right down here, and make sure you check out this playlist, and of course hit the notification bell so you don't miss any video uploads, and we'll talk again real soon.